I'm in. Hello one and all, welcome to Seen Through Glass and welcome to the Raptor S. Now any of you that watch a lot of car social media will know that this vehicle is the result of a collaboration between the team at Salomondrin and Galpin Autosports. This thing is a behemoth. It's bigger than any vehicle I've ever seen before in my entire life. It makes UK lorries look small. I don't really know what to expect once we get moving, but there is lots to tell you about, lots to discuss on this creation. So all we can do is start it up, go on an adventure. Now I'm going to drive out of this parking lot very slowly because guys from Salomondrin just arrived and there's very few car washes or car detailers up here in Monterey for Car Week, so don't want to get it covered in dust. But very initial impressions are that this is quite a terrifying experience for a British man like me. The biggest truck pickup that we have in the UK, or actually sort of a normal size pickup in the UK, is the Ford Ranger. This is based obviously on a Ford Raptor. I reckon the Ford Ranger is about half the size of a Raptor. This Raptor S is probably twice that size again. We are so far off the ground. This thing is so wide. I mean, if I had a passenger, I'm not sure they'd be able to hear me. I'm also a little concerned that I could run over at least 3 to 4 small children and not notice. I don't know where anything is, but hey, this is a whole culture, an American culture, which I've yet to experience or even embrace. So I might as well get in at the deep end with this unbelievable creation. So here we go. Let's do a bit of an acceleration. Well, it sounds all right. It's not quick. I don't think it's supposed to be, and I think it'd be scary if it was really quick. We've got to remember I am trying to accelerate a warehouse on wheels. And it really does. I genuinely feel like I'm driving a lorry. And for any of you who are not UK viewers that don't really know what a lorry is, that is essentially a truck. This is a truck. Oh, it gets a bit confusing, all the terminology. Oh, this is my friend. No, it's not. That's so awkward. Oh, I thought that was someone I knew, but I wasn't. Oh, is that acceptable thing to do in truck culture? Just wait. Yo! No. I don't also know what the truck stereotype is. I feel like if there is one, this Raptor S might be breaking that mold, because this is one of the plushest vehicles I've ever been in my life. The quality of the materials in here and just the things that I've got to play with are on a sort of level of a Mercedes-Benz. Dare I say it with this, oh, hold on. I've forgotten how, oh, I nearly veered off the road. It's not on, damn it, how did you do it? With this, oh, there it was. Ha-ha! Starlight headliner. It's nearly a Rolls-Royce. But I have learned that you have to really look where you're going, because otherwise you veer off and end up in a tree. I think I would probably knock a tree over, if I'm honest, if I hit it. I also have no idea how wide this thing is. But yes, essentially the main focus of this entire project has been on improving the interior. Whilst the guys have tackled the exterior looks, which we'll get out and talk about in a bit, and also the actual sort of, drivability. It's upped horsepower, we've got a loud shouty exhaust, huge suspension, as we've already mentioned, really raised up suspension, and I believe there are 3 different suspension offerings. I think this is the mid-level one, if I remember rightly. But yes, the main focus has been on everything in here, and it is lovely. Firstly, the steering wheel, sort of Alcantara type material, big and chunky, nice to feel. I love the fact that these gear shifter paddles are now red. They really pop. Everyone, long-term viewers will know I love a shifter paddle. The nicest thing, the most surprising thing, is actually this screen. Now, I actually haven't spent any time in a standard Raptor, let alone a Ford F-150. I have spent a lot of time in a Ford Ranger. Paul Wallace and I actually did a huge road trip from Marbella to Geneva a couple of years ago now. And the tech was always a bit of a letdown. In here, the guys have installed essentially what is a sort of, not an iPad, but a custom screen running Android that's got everything you could want on it. It controls your climate, your radio, you can play videos. I mean, it's got everything. And that I really like, because it's almost like a Tesla in terms of this big old screen. Not old, big new screen. Little bits of carbon fibre, which are kind of fun. I'm not a massive carbon fibre guy, but little bits of carbon fibre, I guess, make it feel a bit racy. But the whole premise of this is it's an off-road machine. They want this car to be used for off-roaders. As you can see, there's sort of white leather everywhere. That's really just a sort of accent where you can have leather in this vehicle should you want it. I'm trying to remember the other things. Oh, the sound system in here is ridiculous. I don't know, can't really display it because of copyright issues, but we can try. Let's see if I can figure this out whilst we're driving. Oh, no, okay. Nope, oh, come on. As you can probably hear, the static is just really crisp. Find me a station, please. The sound system's really good though, trust me. All in all, it's a quite bizarre, oh, I love this. Camaro ZL1 1LE. Oh, I'm getting distracted. I love Car Week, sorry. There's always so much going on. But yeah, it's quite a, there's a word, it's quite a weird experience this. You're in a vehicle that you don't expect to be luxurious. It's a utility vehicle at the end of the day. It's a huge off-roading pickup truck. Yet, in here now, can you notice how quiet it is? And that's because the guys have really worked on the sound proofing, and that's surprising and nice. Also, the only other vehicle that I've driven which has been sort of on the raised up suspension like this is the Modball Jeep Wrangler. That was quite terrifying to drive. You literally moved all over the road. I never knew what was going on. You turn left, the vehicle would go right. This actually feels quite good to drive. The steering feels pretty direct, and I would be a bit worried if I went like that, the whole thing would flip over. But yeah, all in all, it's mighty impressive. I'm obviously going to be very positive about this because my friends have helped create it. But I see the appeal. I totally get what they're trying to do. Because if you want to get into the truck game, if you want to get a truck but you like luxurious things in life, you don't really have any options. Because even if you look at the Mercedes X-Class, it's still a bit functional inside. We'll call it functional. And that's because they're functional vehicles. But nowadays they're getting so good. Like SUVs in Europe, if you look at SUVs, Range Rovers, the Cullinan, Bentley Bentayga, these super luxurious big vehicles. Well, over here in America, my understanding is these trucks, these pickup trucks, are that popular. They are 1 every 3 vehicles. And so it seems kind of mad that no one's been offering a luxury one before now. So yeah, I wish the guys all the best in the world. I wish them huge amounts of luck. I'm sure this thing will do incredibly well. I've just enjoyed driving it. Oh, we've got a bit of corn here. Let's see what happens. Oh, actually went round that corner. Maybe on 2 wheels, I'm not sure. It's not a vehicle that I want to drive fast. I'm sure it can go very quick, and I'm sure it can go very quick off-road, but I just feel a bit nervous. I feel like it's a leaning Tower of Pisa, that if I turn too aggressively, I am going to end up on my roof. Anyway, I should probably find somewhere to turn around and head back, because I borrowed this car for far too long. The guys have been wondering where I am, and probably a little bit nervous. So let's see what the turning circle is like in this double-decker bus. That's what it's like. I can finally kind of imagine what Tony Gravelwood must have experienced when he was a bus driver. Here we go. Whoa! I have to check my mirrors so many times just to make sure that there's not a badger, a small horse, or even a Range Rover behind me, because I wouldn't know. I genuinely wouldn't know. Anyway, onwards in my Raptor S. For the first time in my life, I feel like the coolest person on the road.
Do you really?
Honestly,
do you really?
I can't believe it. I'm just going there, I'm like, yeah, move! I'm going up and saying, yeah,
you're above everyone.
Above everyone. I look down on everyone. I forgot to mention this. And the fact that every time I get back in,
it's so delicious, isn't it?
But yeah, brilliant. Really brilliant. I think that it feels like you're floating. I was shocked by how comfortable and quiet and refined. I didn't want to push it, and I don't know if that's just me because it's so big, but it's not a car that I push everything. I'm Parker. But yeah. It was brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me have a go. Honestly, I mean, I've opened my eyes. I want to go back. I mean, we only get Rangers in the UK, but maybe I can.
Wait, we can do one.
Hey, could you do this for a Ranger?
Why not?
Ranger S coming soon.
I promise you we can't. Dude, I'm so happy you like that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.